Okay, loosen the lug nuts before raising the tire off the ground. I like to put these handles towards the front, that way it's easy to remove when I'm done. Again, towards the front. Before taking the brake caliper off, loosen the CV axle nut. 30mm. I put paint on my tools, that way when it ends up in someone else's toolbox, I will identify them quickly. Again, loosen the axle nut, 14mm. Wire this up to hold the weight. There's a wire going up something to keep this from dangling on the brake. Put the bolt back in, that way I don't misplace them. 15. Bolts back in the original position, that way I don't lose them. 30mm deep. Take out these bolts. Never push on a wrench. Sometimes one can hammer a wrench, but never push, because if you push and the wrench slips, the person's going to split their knuckles open. I really like these gear wrenches. So now I'm going to clean the surface up really good. I don't want dirt on my spline, so I put this grocery bag around to protect it. Grease on this thing. Let's put on here. I don't trust the crow's foot. I like these torque adapters, but I don't have one in 15mm. The crow's foot spreads apart. You cannot get an accurate torque with this. The piston may be out too far. When you get the piston to go back in, I put a socket in here, clamp it down to compress the piston. Compress it a little bit. This little tab will squeal when the brakes are down. Make sure this is on the inside. .30mm deep well. Now I'm going to apply the brakes so this thing stops turning. 155 foot-pounds. Remember to always pump the brakes are done. We hang this with the wire. There we go. Stick a wire through the hole, something, hold the weight. let's put the shim on first. The tabs on the inside. It's really important to get this flat against this flat here. You can get a piston frozen up if you don't do that.